good. I said what I said. The goodness, yeah, whatever. But anyway, I sent all the goodness, the goodness vibration that you can send out there with some giggles behind it, bro. Shit, cause we gotta laugh at this shit to keep from fucking crying. I'm trying to tell you, cause it's like what, like right now, my leg, ah, shit, my legs burning and shit, and
Why would you for an exercise?
that's my, I gotta do that. Now that like I said again, now that I got motion that's doing some type of motion, more it's more. I'm feeling pain now,
Yeah.
and that's basically like the beginning of this shit. I was sitting there saying to myself, because I was told this already, and when I was told by one of the doctors that said you're an incomplete paraplegic, you can get your feeling back at any time, Mr. Malcolm. It's just that can you handle the pain once you come back because it's gonna be feelings that you ain't had in a long time. I was like, "Oh, what you saying? It's gonna be like that?" He said, "Man, it's gonna be bad for you, Mr. Malcolm." And I was like, I ain't, you know me. I was like, yeah, anything you say, y'all be saying all this shit. But the way he looked at me, it was almost like, finally, the bitch said some shit that made some sense and was telling the truth. Nigga, yeah, you ain't lying. It ain't the pain that I told you I was being. It's a lot different.
Sure it is.
So that's why I can't be worrying about shit that I can't control. And I just deal with the shit that I can control. I worry about shit that I can't control, putting too much more on your nerves and shit that's acting a donkey. One thing I don't want to do, I don't want to shut them off. I don't want to shut them down. I'm just going to live there. I'm just going to live there and deal with this shit. Shit. Hey, come on, man. Shit. Come on, man. Talk to a friend of mine. She was saying, men and women, it's just a game of tit for tat that they're playing. And she said she don't know why men and women do that.
What?
It's a tit for tat that they're playing. One trying to beat the other one, and the other one trying to beat the other one.
Doing what? What? Just
And it's just in a relationship. It's
doing
almost
what?
like they ain't trying to share the relationship. Somebody always trying to be the dominant one in the motherfucker.
Well, I mean, I think really, you always have one sugar,
Hmm.
but maybe what you want to say is, and you always trying to get away.
Yeah,
You ain't real.
right. That's what I call running game on each other. But one thing, what can I get out this year? And the other thing I say anything. Anything about what can I build with this year? That's because of that compete shit, G. You said it, boy. We can't get together. So if we can just trust each other and come together and put our funds together, oh, we'll turn this shit around so fast. Because I was listening to old Africa ain't playing, girlfriend. Africa ain't playing.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Talk while I play a little. Yeah, Africa says, man, fuck all this bullshit. We shouldn't have to be begging nobody when we got all the shit. Do it make sense, G? Shit, boy, Africa ball. And then they said a lot of other African countries starting to realize this shit too. They kicking motherfucking American motherfucking soldiers out of their country.
Oh,
Oh, what nigga named John? What the fuck?
It's about Africa rejecting centuries of exploitation and taking its seat at the global table. But what is Muhammad doing differently? Let's find out.
That nigga Dan John, G.
Huh?
John Muhammad.
Presidential election, he won a battle for Ghana's soul. This is about economic independence. Ghana's been sucked dry by foreign interests for far too long. Foreign loans, foreign companies, foreign control. But Muhammad, he's had enough. He's got a plan, and it's not to follow Western orders. Let's break it down. Ghana has been one of the most economically dependent nations in Africa, relying on the West for foreign aid, loans, and development assistance. But that system has done nothing but keep Ghana in a cycle of.
G, to say that we getting all of the assistance, these people still got sand road.
People say that what?
Sand roads.
Oh, okay.
No black tarp, no G. You can see how much they being robbed. You can see it.
And independence. Muhammad is flipping the script. He's talking about real self-sufficiency. It's not just about keeping the lights on or propping up a broken system. It's about creating a sustainable economy, driven by Ghanaians for Ghanaians.
It is the reason we would be initiating important governance reforms and sometimes initiate severe measures in the next 4 years to reset our nation and bring it back on track as the Black Star of Africa. The jet
What a beautiful thing to see that many niggas in one place. And they ain't fighting.
is not going to be easy, my brothers and sisters, because the outgoing government has plunged our dear nation into an abyss. However, we are determined to work together with you to build the Ghana we want. And I'm certain that we shall win the battle. We intend to work together to restore the shattered confidence in our politics and governance system.
This is about building a country that doesn't rely on foreign handouts, but stands on its own 2 feet. Ghana can't thrive if it's constantly looking to the West for solutions. And Muhammad knows this. He's got a vision for homegrown solutions, empowering local industries, cutting out the middleman, and putting Ghanaian businesses in the driver's seat. He's aiming to boost agriculture, improve infrastructure, and invest in education and technology. But here's the kicker. He's not doing it for Ghana alone. Muhammad's leadership is a blueprint for other African nations to follow. It's time to stop begging the West for help and start making things happen at home. But how does Muhammad intend to do this without falling into the same trap of relying on Western investment? How does Ghana forge ahead without foreign influence? The answer is simple: unity. It's not just about one country, it's about building an empire, and Ghana is leading the charge. Ghana isn't in this fight alone. For decades, the nation has been fighting alongside other African countries that share the same vision: a united Africa, free from foreign dominance.
Boy, them white folks look
Muhammad's vision is
scared.
clear. Africa has to stop depending on the West for everything. From Mali to Burkina Faso, countries are finding common ground in resisting neo-imperialism. And guess who's leading the charge? You guessed it, Ghana. The power of this collaboration cannot be overstated. The African Union, AU, and ECOWAS have always played vital roles in maintaining regional peace and promoting economic cooperation. But under Muhammad's leadership, Ghana is poised to take a more prominent role in shaping the continent's destiny. The focus is no longer on appeasing Western powers. It's about building African solidarity. Ghana has always been a strategic player in West Africa, but Muhammad is taking it to the next level. His leadership is about more than just diplomatic visits and trade deals. It's about building a network of mutual support. Think of it like a family. When one country in Africa wins, all of Africa wins. Muhammad is setting the stage for a future where African nations stand united against the forces of neo-colonialism, working together for mutual benefit. His collaboration with countries like Mali and Burkina Faso isn't just about economic growth. It's about creating a solid front against Western interference. But what can be done? Ghana gave practical examples. Ghana just dropped the mic and said, "We're done with foreign military bases." The US thought they could just keep their troops stationed in Africa, using the continent as a chessboard for their own game. But guess what? Ghana said, not anymore. Ghana decided to close all US military bases. The closure wasn't some spur-of-the-moment decision. It was a well-planned move to assert sovereignty, to tell the West that Ghana is no longer a puppet. You don't get to dictate our future, not anymore. The US had long claimed its presence was for security purposes, fighting terrorism and stabilizing the region. But let's be real here. Ghana wasn't buying it. The people of Ghana and the wider African community had grown weary of foreign military presence, which often disguised itself as protection while serving Western interests. When Muhammad stepped into office, he made it clear that Ghana would no longer be part of that game. The base closure was an act of defiance, an attempt to finally say, we will handle our security without relying on foreign military muscle. But the question lingers, is this the start of something bigger? Ghana isn't the first African nation to take action against foreign military bases, and it definitely won't be the last. As Muhammad's leadership pushes forward, how will this decision influence the continent's broader military policies? Are we on the brink of an Africa that governs its security without Western involvement? Ghana isn't the only one throwing out the old playbook. Africa's waking up. It's happening all over Africa. Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, they're all saying, enough is enough. This isn't just a coincidence. Countries across Africa are closing US military bases at the same time. Is this the start of a continental uprising against foreign military dominance? You bet it is. What's going on here isn't just random. This wave of resistance is deeply connected to Africa's growing sense of unity and a collective desire for sovereignty. For too long, African nations have been pawns in the geopolitical chess game of the West. But no more. Countries like Mali and Burkina Faso have had enough of being treated like battlegrounds for foreign powers to settle their disputes. Instead of relying on foreign military forces to keep the peace, African nations are taking the responsibility into their own hands.
Good morning, Gareth. Hi. The US military has about 27 operational bases across the whole African continent. Most of those are in your typical conflict zones in the Horn of Africa, in the Sahel region and West Africa, where the main focus is counterterrorism. The Trump administration have been talking about drawing down those military forces, but the Biden administration seems to be, as far as we can fathom from the initial African policy plans, willing to maintain 6,000 US military personnel over beyond the African continent. Our concern now is that a number of African governments are allowing covert operations not fully under the framework of their legal or constitutional regulations. For example, in West Africa, the small archipelago of Cape Verde, not many people will have heard of it before, but it's a very strategic position.
Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black culture, history, civilization, and identity. Let's continue now.
Yeah, we need to start waking up shit. Girl, don't tell me you're gonna sleep this early, girl. Just yet.
This movement is far more than just a reaction to foreign military presence. It's about reclaiming Africa's future. The closure of foreign bases marks a new chapter in African politics.